Good morning, students. Today we are going to start another new chapter in mathematics. O levels is angle properties of polygons. So we will solve different kinds of the questions having different ideas, different concepts on the board. So come now. Good morning, students. Our today's topic is rectangle. So rectangle is a four-sided figure in which each angle is of 90 degree. So if this figure is called A, B, C, D. Okay, the first property of the rectangle is opposite sides are equal. So AB is equal to DC and AD is equal to BC. The next property in the rectangle is opposite sides are parallel as well. So AB is parallel to DC side and AD side is parallel to BC. AD is parallel to BC. The next property is opposite angles are equal and each angle is of 90 degree. So it means A angle is equal to B angle is equal to C angle is equal to D angle is equal to 90 degree. Each angle is of 90 degree. The next property which is applied in this rectangle figure is if we draw the diagonals will bisect each other and all the four parts will be equal. So if the diagonals intersect at O, so it means AO is equal to OC is equal to DO is equal to OB. So the property is if we draw the diagonals will bisect each other and all parts are equal. Okay, the next property, a lot of properties will be applied in this figure. So because opposite sides are parallel, so look now, this angle will be equal to this angle because of the alternate angles. Likewise, this angle will be equal to this angle, again by the property of alternate angles because opposite sides are parallel. So this is the transversal line which is cutting them. So this angle will be equal to this. So it means next property is this x angle is equal to x angle and y angle is equal to y angle because of the alternate angles. Okay, next property which is applied in this figure is because if you look at this triangle, for example, the triangle is ODC. If you can see, this is a isosceles triangle because these two sides are equal. So if this angle is x, so this angle will also be x because of the base angles are equal in an isosceles triangle. So isosceles triangle is a triangle in which two sides are equal and their base angles are equal. So because in a rectangle, so these two sides are equal. So this triangle ODC is a isosceles triangle. So if OC is equal to OD. So their base angles like this angle and this angle will also be equal because base angles are equal. This same property will be applied in this triangle as well. So look at OAD. This side OA is equal to OD. So it means this is also an isosceles triangle. So if two sides are equal, their base angles will be equal. So if this is Y, so this will also be Y. So these are the properties. Okay. Likewise, the some of the inner angles. So because these are two parallel lines and this is a transversal line which is cutting them. So it means A plus D. This is the sum of the inner angles should be equal to 180 degree. Likewise, these two are parallel lines and this is our transversal line. So A plus B also equal to 180 degree. So students, this is a figure in which a lot more properties are applied. So you have to remember and understand all these properties because in exams, these properties will be applied in solving the question, without which if you don't have the grip on these properties, you will be unable, you will be not comfortable in solving the questions. So first, understand these properties first because these are very important and simple as well, not very complicated one. Okay, likewise, this angle will be equal to this angle because of the opposite angles, and this angle will be equal to this angle because of the opposite angles. So these are the properties which are applied in rectangle, and now we are going to solve some questions of rectangles. So concentrate now. Okay students, here are some figures. All figures are rectangles and the requirement is find the unknown values. So in this part, if you see, this is a rectangle, so each angle is of 90 degrees, so it means y plus 54 will be equal to 90 degree. So y plus 54 is equal to 90 degree, and from here this will be equal to 36. So y is equal to 36. Okay, and because in rectangle opposite sides are parallel, so this is the transversal line. So it means y will be equal to x because of the alternate angles. So from here x is equal to 36 as well. So x and y both are having the value of 36. Okay, if you come into this figure, x and y are missing values. So because in a rectangle each angle is of 90 degrees, so if this is 68, so the remainder will be 22, and because this is 90 degree, so x plus 90 plus 22 should be equal to 180 degree because the sum of the angles of a triangle is 180 degree. From here x will be equal to, this will make 90 and 112. 112 will be subtracted and the remainder will be 68. So x is 68. Okay, now the value of y. So look now, if this is 51, this is 90 degree. So 140, this will be 39 because sum of the angles of a triangle is 180 degree. And now come at this straight line because we know the sum of the angles of the straight line is 180 degree. So 39 plus 68 plus y should be equal to 180 degree. From here, solve it on the calculator. You will get the answer. Okay, if you come into this figure, again, x and y are the missing values. So if you come at this straight line, the sum of the angles of a straight line is 180 degree. So this will be 108. And if you come into the same triangle, if this angle is y, this angle will also be y, because this is an isosceles triangle. So their base angles are equal. So it means y plus 108 should be equal to 180 degree, because the sum of the angles of a triangle makes 180 degree. So from here, y will be solved. So if you come into this triangle, if this angle is x, this will also be x, because this is again an isosceles triangle. So their base angles are equal. So 110 and 180. Okay. So if this is 72 degree, so this is vertically opposite angle. So this will also be 72 degree. So if in this triangle you come, this is an isosceles triangle. So again, x plus 72 degree will make 180 degree, because sum of the angles of a triangle is 180 degree. So x will be solved there. So if you come into this figure now, again, x and y, two missing values are there. So if this angle is 3x, this will also be 3x because of the alternate angles. And because this is an isosceles triangle, so this is also 3x, because their base angles are equal. And so from here, you can see the sum of the angles of a triangle is 180 degree, because all are in x now. So x value will be solved from here. So 3x plus 132 minus 2x is equal to 180 degree. From here you will solve, you will get the answer. 3x plus 3x 6x minus 2x will be x, and this 132 will be subtracted from 180. So 48 is the answer of x. Now if you come into this figure, okay, so again, this is an isosceles triangle. So this angle will also be 2y, because in an isosceles triangle, two sides are equal and their base angles are equal. So x is 48. 48 2s are 96. So 96 will be subtracted from 132. So this will be the angle, and this is a straight line. So subtract this full angle from 180 degree, you will get this angle. And then things will be much easier, because you will add 2y plus this angle will be equal to 180 degree, and that step will sort out the answer of y. So this is the way. Again, I'm telling you, x is 48. So first put 48 over here. 48 2s are 96. 96 will be subtracted from 132. So this will be the angle obtained. Subtract this angle from 180 degree, you will get this angle, because this is a straight line. The sum of the straight line angle is 180 degrees, so you will get this angle now. And then come into this triangle. So 2y plus this angle will be equal to 180 degree, because sum of the angles of the triangle is 180 degree. So that will give us the answer of y. So these are the solutions of these questions.